The upcoming Sony A7R6 brings a wildly anticipated 102-megapixel stacked full-frame sensor, completely overhauled burst rates, and the kind of extreme cropping capability that Sony landscape and studio shooters have wanted for years. But before you spend close to $4,500 on the body alone, I want you to slow down for a moment, because 3 existing Sony cameras could actually serve your work better than the A7R6 does. One of them is far more forgiving on your everyday workflow. One of them is built specifically to conquer the fastest action on Earth. And number 1 is the camera I would personally buy instead of the A7R6 at a price considerably lower than what Sony is expected to ask for its newest high-resolution body. If you want the latest camera leaks, honest camera breakdowns, and buying guides that help you avoid wasting money on gear you will never fully use, go ahead and subscribe and tap the notification bell so you catch the next one. With that out of the way, let's start with number 3. Number 3, the Sony A7 IV. It is still one of the most capable and balanced hybrid cameras Sony has ever put out, and it earns this spot because it solves a massive problem the A7R6 is going to create for a lot of people: fall management. The A7 IV shoots gorgeous 33-megapixel stills, records 10-bit 4:2:2 video internally, and features an autofocus system that rarely misses a human or animal eye. But that 33-megapixel sensor is the real hero here. When you shoot with a 102-megapixel sensor, your RAW files are gigantic. They fill up expensive CFexpress cards in minutes. They bog down your editing computer, and they eat through your hard drive space at a terrifying rate. This is exactly the problem event shooters, wedding photographers, travel creators, and generalist hybrid shooters run into when they buy too much resolution. You simply do not need 102 megapixels for an Instagram portrait or a standard wedding gallery. The A7R6 forces you into a heavier, slower, more expensive post-production workflow the moment you start shooting. The A7 IV already hits the perfect sweet spot between high detail and manageable file sizes, which means it is doing more for your actual day-to-day workflow at a dramatically lower total cost. The A7 IV currently sits around $2,500 for the body, which is nearly $2,000 less than the projected cost of the A7R6. That massive price gap can go straight toward a premium G Master lens, a massive storage upgrade, or a professional lighting kit instead of sitting tied up in a camera body whose files you have to downsample anyway. I will be honest with you here, because the A7R6 does still win in specific areas. It will offer unprecedented cropping flexibility, a stacked sensor for faster readout, and completely unmatched detail. If printing massive billboards or heavy architectural cropping is central to your paid work, the A7R6 remains the stronger dedicated imaging instrument. But for buyers who need one system that handles beautiful stills without destroying their hard drives, the A7 IV is the more practical tool. Versatility and file size aren't the only places the A7R6 loses ground. The next camera on this list solves a completely different problem, one that has nothing to do with resolution and everything to do with absolute, uncompromising speed. Number 2, the Sony A9 III. It is built around a 24-megapixel sensor, but it brings the world's first full-frame global shutter. It shoots at an absolutely blistering 120 frames per second with full autofocus tracking, syncs with flash at any shutter speed, and completely eliminates the rolling shutter effect. The single feature that earns it this spot is that global shutter. Here is why that matters on a high-speed shoot. If you photograph professional sports, fast-moving wildlife, or high-end action sequences, you already know the problem. A traditional sensor reads data line by line. When a golf club swings or a bird's wings flap rapidly, the delay in that readout causes the image to warp, bend, and distort. The A9 III's global shutter removes that problem entirely, exposing every single pixel at the exact same moment. This is exactly where the A9 III beats the A7R6 for an action shooter. The A7R6, even with a stacked sensor, cannot defy physics while pushing 102 megapixels of data. You will eventually hit buffer limits and slight distortions in extreme scenarios. The A9 III lets you capture a bullet leaving a BEA. rel without a hint of warping. Priced around $6,000, the A9 III is not a value pick, and I'm not going to pretend it is. It costs more than the A7R6 because it delivers absolute physics-bending speed, not because it is trying to undercut anyone on price. It lacks the massive resolution of the A7R6, and for a solo portrait shooter or a casual creator, is simply more camera than necessary. But if you operate on the sidelines of NFL games, where you shoot fast-moving wildlife every week, the A9 III is a stronger working tool, even at a higher price. I want to know where you land on this one. Would you rather shoot with a massive 102-megapixel detail of the new A7R6, or would you take the zero distortion, 120 frames per second speed of the A9 III onto a paying set? Now for number one, and this is where the approach flips entirely. Instead of focusing on extreme speed or extreme resolution, this camera hits the perfect middle ground for high-end creators, and it saves enough money to build out a complete professional package around it. Number one, the Sony A7RV. I want to be upfront before I go any further. The upcoming A7R6 is technically the more advanced camera. It will have a newer 102 MP stack sensor, faster processing, and likely slightly better video specs. None of that is in question, and yet if I were spending my own money right now on a high-resolution rig, I would still walk out of the store with the A7RV instead. Here's why. The A7RV already gives you a massive 61-megapixel sensor, an incredibly powerful AI-driven autofocus system, 8 stops of in-body image stabilization, and arguably the best 4-axis multi-angle articulating screen Sony has ever designed. It produces images that rival medium-format cameras, allowing for massive crops and stunning gallery-quality prints, without crossing over into the absurd 100-plus megapixel territory that cripples most computers. All of that comes in a proven body that is widely available right now. Now look at the price. You can currently find an A7RV body for around $3,400 on sale, and even less on the used market. That is roughly $1,100 less than the A7R6 will likely cost at launch. That difference in cost is not just a number on a spreadsheet. It is a Sony 35mm f/1.4G master lens. It is a premium travel tripod, extra batteries, and ultra-fast CF Express Type A cards. A complete A7RV kit with top-tier glass can genuinely produce stronger real-world results than an A7R6 body sitting alone without the budget for the lenses required to resolve 102 megapixels. I'm not suggesting the A7RV matches the A7RVI's stacked sensor readout speed or sheer theoretical sharpness, because it doesn't. What I'm saying is that most studio photographers, commercial shooters, and landscape creators will use the A7RV's core strengths. Its AI autofocus, its 61MP detail, and its incredible screen, far more often than they will actually need 102 megapixels. If I were spending my own money, I would choose the A7RV because it gives me nearly everything I rely on for high-end photography, plus the budget to build the rest of my kit around it. That said, the A7R6 still earns its place for a specific type of buyer. If you genuinely need 102 megapixels for massive commercial billboard crops, if you're archiving fine art, or if those extreme resolution tools are directly tied to how you earn money, the A7R6 is worth its price. That buyer exists. It just is not most of the people watching this video. So, here is the final breakdown. Choose the Sony A7 IV if manageable file sizes and true hybrid versatility carry equal weight in your work. Choose the Sony A9 III if eliminating rolling shutter and capturing 120 frames per second matter more to you than resolution. Choose the Sony A7RV if you want the absolute strongest overall balance of high resolution, AI autofocus, and financial value. And choose the upcoming Sony A7R6 if 102 megapixels and the newest stack sensor technology are genuinely essential to the work you deliver. None of this makes the A7R6 a disappointing release. It will be one of Sony's most advanced imaging systems to date. But advanced capability and smart value simply are not always the same thing. For my own shooting, The A7 or V wins because it puts the features I actually use within reach at a far more manageable total cost. Before you make a final decision, watch the only 3 Sony cameras you should buy in 2026 because that video breaks down and exactly which Sony model fits the way you actually shoot.